right. Now, Geminis, what's going on with everybody? I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first. Bars. About to get into a reading for the Geminis, the Gemini collective. People want to know where Gemini is located in your charts and what it's doing. How is Gemini-ing? And for the cross watchers, you're also welcome to be here, you know. This is a safe place for you to be. What is this reading going to bring to us? Not 100% sure yet, and that's... Sometimes you could feel it, though, you know. I'm feeling like I could feel it, but I'm going to let the cards do the talking and spirit do the talking, and I'm going to be the vessel, you know. We're just going to connect right now, yo. We're going to connect, like Gemini energy suggests. Spirit, help to guide me bring this message forth. For everyone paying attention here. Mortification. Well, all right. I seem to draw this card a lot when I use the alchemy deck. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you know. I'm just making a note of it. Something that is very prevalent, should I say. There should be an operation in the back. Let me see. Let me just find out. Give me a moment, y'all. Basically, it's right here. Exactly. Mortifactio is the great alchemical operation of darkness. What was once composed now decomposes. What was once presentable is now despicable. This stage cannot be avoided. The underworld has taken us into the dark interior of its belly, and here we reside until spring. Through the natural process of decay, we descend into depths we didn't know existed. The alchemist soon finds Mortifactio as a stage of regeneration and sacred power, where the soil is fertile and rich, offering nourishment for tomorrow. This stage cannot be rushed. The darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, the earth churns and wisdom whispers in the dark. She envelopes us with grace and the promise of what's to come. Now look, peep game, right? I just had a conversation not too long ago with someone, and you know, we were going back and forth about, I'm going to just keep it a bean. We were going back and forth about political matters, right? I usually don't do that, but this is like one of those friends that I can actually do it with and pause and not, you know, have a fallout behind the shit. So there we are going back and forth like we usually do about this shit. And, you know, one of their points, they made a point, and one of my points was, well, I'm an astrologer, so it's kind of different for me when I'm looking at political outcomes and situations, because, you know, I'm heavily focused on the Pluto energy that is about to enter Aquarius right now. This month, as a matter of fact, back into Aquarius. So it's telling me that although a large percentage of the nation wants to hold on to what was, or even wants to get back to what was, is probably a better way to define it. Pluto has returned in the nation. When the nation began, Pluto was in Aquarius. It has stationed in Aquarius. Now, some might be able to look at this and say, well, that's a significant factor that says it's going to go back to the way that it was. I, for one, from my studies and my research and the way that I perceive it, is that it's going to be something new again. Like something is going to be birthed anew again. It might be in the same place. You know, don't count America out for it. It might take place in the same region. However, it must be something new. It can't be what it was. That's not the point of a cycle. You know what I mean? Things look different now. The technological advancements have improved since 1776, right or wrong. So with that alone, it tells me that things are bound to change. There's some things that are going to change. And there may be a mixed bag of, you know, things that need to be shaken up before the new advancements can truly go forward. And I think some of that is going to happen as well. And I think that's what this card is out here saying to us about this darkness. Sometimes when the first movers get going, and speaking about new things, it's a new moon in Scorpio, right? So this new moon in Scorpio is triggering a lot of things, I feel. And when this darkness is doing what it does, those despicable things that are spoken about in the definition are going to come to light, because Pluto is going to excavate things. There's no hiding it, you know? So people who came into power through the same Plutonic energy are subject to being revealed when this takes place. I feel big tech energy, and this is going to happen between now and spring, as the card says. So bet believe like around Aries season, Pisces season, Aries season, you're going to hear of some things. It's probably going to be before that, to keep it a beam with you. Like something is about to be unearthed in the tech industry. I'm telling you right now. But this also has something to do with the Gemini collective, with the Gemini energy in general. And I think there's a looming darkness. There is a fear that looms with everything that is happening, as was also kind of like suggested in the conversation that I was having, you know. And I was trying to bring solace to the conversation by saying, play defense. The people got to play defense, regardless of who wins, who gets in, pause. The people of the nation have to play defense, and they have to be knowledgeable, right? Aquarius is a sign of knowledge. There were some very knowledgeable people who were at the forefront of the beginning of America. You know, say what you will about those guys, but they was in their secret lodges and stuff like that. They acquired the knowledge of the occult. It's Aquarius. Astrology, trust me, those guys were into astrology. And then for whatever reason, it got buried and, you know, tucked away, and nobody speak about that astrology stuff. And now here we are, full circle. We're back again. And now astrology is coming to the forefront again. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that it's not going to be another age of enlightenment and freedom at hand and things of that nature. It's just going to look much different. It was a while ago, you know? So that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm feeling from this mortification. Sometimes when you go through a whole cycle of people coming into power and ruling the way that they will without the consequences, you know, sometimes a reign lasts a period of a Pluto transit. You know what I mean? And that reign comes to an end. It must be destroyed. Pluto is about destruction. You know, it's about empowerment too. But it's about empowerment of the individual, not necessarily a whole faction. You get what I'm saying? I'm led to say all of the stuff that I just said. But now Spirit guide me to draw these tarot cards so I could bring more to the forefront for the Geminis. We're not taking those cards. I heard it was a Pluto card that popped out too. I'm not even going to do that. If it pops out again, if the World card pops out again, then you know it is what it is, you know? Type shit. But yeah. Spirit, what we got going on? I feel like somebody is waiting on something, turning down other offers, waiting. It got something to do with this waiting period. Spring is important for a lot of you Geminis. What we got here? The Lovers in reverse, though, y'all. Lovers in reverse. What else we got here? Spirit. The Nine of Cups. Jupiter is actually in Gemini right now. Nine of Cups is a Jupiterian Pisces card. Let's make the connections. Let's make the Lovers as the Gemini card. Naturally. feel like it's more of a Leo card myself, but here nor there. We're going to keep it textbook for this reading. This came out sideways. Teamwork, the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like already with that 3 of Pentacles card, like someone is looking at someone sideways. The same way that that one person is peering like to the side. 8 of Swords. This card came out earlier in another reading. One more. I'm being told. One more card for the Gemini collective. Come on now. Come on. What is this darkness fully about? Expose. Let's put it out there. Letting go of the past with this 6 of Cups in reverse. All right, let me put her down now. Stop making this so difficult for myself, right? Okay. Let's unpack this, shall we? I'm gonna get my shrine back together. All right, let's look at the storyboard here. There's some type of disconnect with someone that is, I want to say close to you, but they might not even, might be an ex-lover for some of y'all, I'm feeling. There's either an ex-lover that you're involved with or someone that's trying to get with you right now. And it's not clicking. It's not, you know what I mean? There's something missing from it. And not for nothing, you know this, you felt this, you sensed this. And some of y'all are even trying to figure out, like, why is this person so focused on you or adamant about some of y'all reviving something with y'all. Some of y'all, this is a new person. Some of y'all, this is actually somebody who has taken a liking to you based upon somebody else that put them on to you. So, you know, sometimes people could get put on to somebody from their friend and they be like, yo, I know this dude. Some of y'all, you know, it's like that. Some of y'all is also like, I'm picking this up, like, you know, the mutual friend list on Facebook. Some of y'all, this person is one of those that seen that you were friends with their friend and then sent you a request based upon that. They liked how you look in the profile or something that you said when you responded to their friend, and they was like, oh, I want to get to know that person. So that type of energy has you quizzing, like, what is this about? Like, why are you know what I mean? Has you thinking, like, should I trust this person? Like, I don't even know them like that. You understand what I'm saying? But the way that you're going to utilize your discernment of how to deal with the lover or the potential lover is, I see that there's somebody else there too. Like, there's another prospect, and whoever assists you in the fulfillment of your dreams is the choice that you're going to make. Also, their dialogue is going to be more upbeat than the other person's. I feel like the new person that connected with you in a type of unorthodox way, they just have more things to prove. I don't feel like you think that they're a terrible person. They just have more to prove to you. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just like the way their delivery is it makes you question what their motive is. Like, what's their end game, if they even have one? Like, what, it's got to be more. You thinking it's got to be more than just a friend request or hearts under your pictures and shit like that. And not for nothing, it might not be. It might just be real surface level. You know, what's that word that I'm looking for? Shallow type shit. But again, you'll know what choice of lover to make based upon the rewards that you get when you take action in regards to dream fulfillment. Also, you are in cahoots with other people that are assisting you in bringing this dream into fruition. But again, there's someone that's looking at you sideways while you do it, or they're coming at you sideways, or it just seems like maybe they're a thorn in your side. It could actually be that person that I'm talking about. Maybe they're pump faking like they can help you or will help you, but they're not, is what I'm saying. They're not. And that person, okay, that person is actually the Eight of Swords that's out here, because they have went through something. They're going through something, and not for nothing, that energy can possibly be contagious and rub off on you, and it is not the time for that. I'm saying, again, I don't mean to be mean or condescending or not understanding of another person's pitfalls or something that they're going through, but that is not your job to take care of that right now. They are under pressure because they are in some type of drama, and they feel trapped by the drama. There's trauma attached to it and everything, and they're not skilled on how to release themselves from it. You're like their crutch, and it's just not time for it. I feel like it's really a monkey wrench for y'all, Gemini. And you're being tested. I'm telling you. It's a test to see if you're going to engage it in a way that drains your energy. But this person, the reason why they can't assist you and they're looking at you sideways, or they're coming at the situation sideways, is because they're restricted by this thing that has a grip on them, or this thing that has impacted them negatively. They might even be physically out of the situation, but they still feel bound. And until they let go of the past, they can't form a future with you. What I'm also seeing, though, is they are letting go of the past with this Six of Cups out here in reverse. But the way that they're coming out of this, I don't know, like, you must be tasked with something special with this person that's observing you, crushing on you. You know who this person is that I'm talking about. By you being in your conviction and standing firm and stern, bars, in on your square, you're teaching them, you're showing them how to harden up, to toughen up. And I believe that they even have these type of capabilities, but they've forgotten it. They've lost it. Some of y'all, they might have been in a domestic situation. I'm just keeping it a being, to where they've actually become frightened by the person that they're involved with, or that they were involved with, and they have forgotten how to utilize the strengths and the characteristics that they possess on their own, devoid of being in a partnership. So you know how like it is when you break up with somebody, you got to get back in the fold of maybe dating, or really is about being alone, standing on your own, bars. It's one of those situations. And although they might want to rush back into, because I'm feeling that they want to rush back into a situationship, into a relationship, and that's why they on you like that. And what's also has you curious, like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, where did they come from? You know what I mean? And you being thrown off by that is going to encourage them to stand on their own, because they're not going to be satisfied with the person that they do run into, right? It's just like, oh yeah, their rebound, whoever that rebound is, not going to be the one, and it's just not going to be best fitting and suited for them. Definitely when they compare and contrast them to you, which is something that they're going to do, bars, it just is what it is. They're going to do that, and you might not know about it, but I'm telling you now that they are. But you feel it till you know it. It's like it's something immature about them, the way that they're behaving. But again, when you've been cuddled for so long, and you become complacent and you forgot how to move around on your own, you kind of can expect that type of immaturity. And that's why you're not looking at them in a condescending, judgmental way. But you also know it is what it is, and you can't afford to let someone drain you or take you down because they're going through something and you just seem to be the savior of the day. I'm out.